Now we're trying all the different orders. Might as well. This is the last time. Okay. So what we did, so we're all gonna probably introduce ourselves and our role and all of that in the game. But I'm Bryce. Hi. And yeah, so we created a video game instead of an for our application. That's what we did. And I'm very grateful. It was my idea that Santi and Michael went along with it because, you know, it's definitely it's more niche and it's been fun. But I feel like all three of us have made, websites and applications before. So this is definitely something that stretched us. Stack wise, we chose Phaser because it is a JavaScript native game engine. And Santi did have experience with it, so he kind of pointed us in that direction. We all agreed with it too. We're like, okay, yeah, we know JavaScript and making a video game with JavaScript, that sounds cool. Otherwise, the stack is Vite and then Node.js for local deployment. Sorry, my dog's like crying at me. Um, and yeah, then we learned a lot of artsy stuff with tiled and a sprite. So everything you're gonna see, we made. So the tile maps, the sprites, the characters, and so yeah, that is the game. And I guess I'll pass it to Santi so you can go ahead and start us off.
Thank you very much, Bryce. Let me open it up, and here we go. Oh, it looks a little different because I'm using my iPad to share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see this okay?
Mhm.
All right, very good. So this is the game that we created, Blue Sky Thinking. It's an office simulator that encourages you to do your work, but also to keep a good mental health balance along the way, because we know what it's like to grind, 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 and then find ourselves nearly dead. So we're trying to
Mhm.
change that mindset. And as Bryce mentioned, I had done an app before with Phaser to build a game. So it was really neat to go back to it and redo some things, or attempt some things that I didn't do my last time around. And for this, I was essentially tasked with the ability to create an authentication system, built right into Phaser, and then also character creation, loading states. We'll look at that in a second. So let's go ahead and create a new account to show you that it works. So if we do we at we.com and we do we once, it won't work because you do need to have those 6 characters. So we'll go we, and you can then create your account that way. So it works. And you can also sign out. So this was kind of a basic feature, but it was really neat because Michael spent a whole Saturday with me showing it how to do it from scratch before I had used Supabase. So shout out to Michael. That's essentially his feature. And I got to learn the difference between Chorus and JW2 a little better. Chorus is like the bouncer at the browser level with a rule book to see who can even come into the party. And then the JW2, the tokens, are the wristbands that allow you to go into the drinking area if you have that permission, or to the music area. So those are things that, if you have other kinds of apps, more traditional apps, you have to be mindful of. Security, who's allowed in, how do you save their information once they're making progress through the event? And something that I love about games is that you really have to work hard at creating a good user experience, good user flow. And those are things that all apps need, and making sure that it all works. So this is all very transferable when it comes to games, to traditional apps. And as you can see now, I've loaded my actual account. And this is a new feature that we added. You can load previous games. As you can see, I have 2 different ones. Let's go with let's go. You can see how it keeps track of the different stats. So if I do let's go, and I say keep playing, are you sure you want to load this character? Of course. And here we are in that specific scene. I won't show too much here because this is Michael's domain, this scene right here, but I will show this new feature, which is to pause the game. And for some reason, it is not letting me do it right very now. It was,
It
I
might be
think
the merge.
it might be the merge. So imagine that I hit pause right now and I'm heading back out. And I am now back in the main screen. And you can actually, if you have more than one character, you can go through them. The moment that you delete one of them, you can see the arrows go away. And if you delete all of them, it's done. No characters found. Another feature that I added was this cheat option, because when I presented my game for my bootcamp experience, I wanted to show the ending, and I had to go through the whole game each
Mhm.
time. And I was like, that's not good. So if you can see, you can go to any scene, intro scene, and this is a scene that we have played with before. You can go to any scene in the game. So it's like to show that you could have a cheat menu. So that also works well. And lastly, we ended up being able to pull off a character creation. So let's call this one Tom. And you see that you have to allocate points to make your character unique. I've only allocated a few. It's like you have to allocate all of them. So now you have Tom, and this allows you, you've been hired, but things are not looking well for Tom because immediately, welcome to the team, Tom. You're here on a probationary period. You've got 5 days to prove yourself, finish the assigned task on time, or you're fired. And this was all done by Bryce. So I love the animations and the sprites. Good luck. You need it.
Thanks. I'm not an
And then it goes to
artist.
you, Bryce. Good luck, Bryce.
Thanks.
And that is
Okay,
my
yep. Yeah, so I'll take it from here for showing off the game. So let me share my screen. And now, can y'all see my screen? Okay, good. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it to the cheats and where he finished off basically. So yeah, now it's over a working game. Well, not that it wasn't a working game before, but we finished the whole flow of it. It has endings, has a beginning, even a tutorial, which y'all haven't seen yet. So there was the opening scene that he had showed. So I'm just gonna go straight to the tutorial. So like first, he does his job application. That's in the character creation where you can set stats and name and so on. And then from here, it goes into the tutorial scene. So this is your apartment. You're gonna start here each day. Um, you can move around by using the arrows on your keyboard. You walk up to different objects in the apartment and press E to interact. Every morning, you can do 3 things to prepare for work, and each choice is going to affect your stats. This is pretty much laying out the foundation of like the actual point. It's just a time simulator, office simulator, more life. Just manage your time before work and after work so you can optimize work. Because if you don't, then you do nothing at work, basically. Then you get fired, and we don't want that. At work, your goal is to earn 10 project progress points within the 5 days. To succeed, you're going to pass your probation period and get to keep the job. Choose wisely because every decision is going to affect your performance. At work, you will also need to manage your time efficiently. And after work, you're going to get feedback on your performance. Also, after work, you come back to your apartment and you get to prepare for the next day. Choose your actions carefully to maximize your stats. And you can press S at any time to see your stats. Remember, you have 5 days to prove yourself. That's it. Let's start your first morning. So this part probably looks familiar. So now he just gets to walk around. So what's new is you can see the stats. So every day it's going to show what day you're on. It shows your project progress. So you need 10 points. And then you have your mental, energy, motivation, and focus. And the way that this is balanced is that when all of those are 3 is a good number. So you start off at 3 or really whatever you can manage your points differently too in the character creator. Right now this is a basic one, just 3 all around. And that will mean when you do work, you will get points. But if any of them are, it is a scaled system where, like, let's say energy is 1 and focus is 4, but motivation is, I don't know. This is the math of it is if it's lower, when you work, you'll get 1 point. There's sometimes if they're all 3 or above, you'll get 2 points when you work. And if some of them are low, you actually get 0 points for working. So it just kind of because you can be sitting at your computer doing work, but if you're burnt out, you're not going to get anything done. So it's kind of simulating that. So before work and after work, you want to get these up, and you get to work at work. You can work 3 times. Excuse me, 3 times if you so choose. Yeah, but this is before work. It actually we can see it in real time too. Um, so let's say he wants to watch the news. Yes. So this mental went up. You nod the headlines like you're about to brief the nation. And let's say he's going to read his book now. And same thing is going to show, stats start going up. You read one paragraph, then you reread it 3 times. And he'll get to do one more thing. I'll just have him look over here. He'll freshen up before work. He wants to put effort into his appearance today. You clean up so well, your mirror says, "Who's that?" And then from here, it switches to the game scene. And actually, in the little corner here, we have Chris, because Chris was so nice to give me a sprite of himself. So if you walk up to it, he just says fun little things. Like, did you try turning it off and on again? The code of success: curiosity plus script plus caffeine. You're like a well-named variable, meaningful and reliable. Thank you. He's just a nice little motivation. Your future code base says thank you for today. Achievement unlocked. Survived mentorship with Chris. Yeah, we did it, guys. Um, Otherwise, that's just fun. Um, and you go here, so you can go to your. Actually, let's show first. There's some interactable things in the office where if you actually go up to the printer, it'll print. And if you go up to the vending machine, you'll see how, yeah, like stuff goes out of it, which is super, super fun. Um, so let's show stats. So let's say he does work for the day. Everything is very high. So it's going to go up 2. And now let's see, it might go up 2 again, actually. Let's say he works for the day. Nice. But a new thing is he can also just leave early for the day if you so wish. So he just leaves early. And yeah, where are we at? Let's see our mental. Let's say he wants to work again because he's crazy. Do, do, do. And now we're gonna do, I'm gonna have him work one more time. I'm trying to get his mental negative. And now it's
Bryce,
showing it's all he's only getting 1 project points. What were you saying?
Bryce, that reminded me. There's music playing in the background, by the way. We just can't hear it.
Oh, here? Okay, yeah, okay. Um, so where are we at? He's at negative, so he's gonna go to bed for the day. He's gonna doom scroll on your phone and he's gonna call it a night. So you scroll and your arm goes numb, restful. Do, do. And then he has a little scene for this. But the news, he died in his sleep due to stress-related causes. So that is one of the endings of the game. So from here, what I'm gonna do is just show you a couple more things that were added. So yeah, that was an actual playthrough, just and it's very short. It's just 5 days. So let's say you go, we're at home. Excuse me, I want to be home evening actually. Because my favorite new thing now that y'all can hear the sound. There it is let's say he's just gonna just go to bed for the night. Has this little sleep cutscene. And that little rooster's me. I recorded that until I got it perfect. Otherwise,
Wow.
yeah. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, from here the game just loops, and just for time purposes, I will show you. So at the end of the 5 days, you do get all your project progress points done. It goes to this. Well. Tom actually pulled it off. He finished the project on time somehow. Even Chris is impressed. Our motivational Chris in the corner. Even the boss cracked a smile. We think your probation period is officially over. Congrats, Tom. You're hired. Game's over. And then let's say if you get to the 5 days and you don't, you get fired. Boo. Tom, let's not drag this out. You didn't finish the project. You missed your deadlines. You spent 5 days goofing off. This isn't what we're looking for. Effective immediately, you're fired.
It does that when you expand it. Okay, so I'm Michael, self-taught developer. Love learning new things, love challenges, and this game was definitely a challenge. And I have been working on making the office more interactive. So I could not get the black cat to move. He's a static asset. So instead, I added a new cat. The cat moves around now, moves around the office, tries to do things. If you get close, he stops his animation and you get a little message that pops up. It's on a random array, so it changes. And if you move too far away, he will actually change his animations. And he has like 30 different animations. He walks across the screen. He's random. And now I have been working on this. So I tried to make a level that showed off some of Phaser's arcade capabilities because I felt like we weren't showing off enough of the bouncing and moving and attacking and things that Phaser can do. And this is what I came up with. So this is your punishment for slacking off. Clear 5 levels and perhaps you're really suited for the job. gives out a tutorial for the controls: light swing, medium swing, heavy swing, guard. Guarding at the right moment causes damage to be redirected to your opponent. Now it's supposed to go to 5 levels. I won't make it to 5 levels. I cannot get past level 3. I need to tweak some things around. But
Game balancing is so hard.
yes, it is. But here we go. So
You got this, Michael. You have
I
been playing
added
this
sound.
tournament your
I
whole
added
life.
sound effects and
Oh, we can't
everything
hear
for
those.
it. I I will get past this part. Oh, crap. Okay. So level 1 complete. Level 2. I was trying to show off the counter, but it's like a perfect counter. It happens on 1 frame, and with everything going on, there it
Oh,
was.
there it is.
There it is.
Nice.
Nice. Makes me wonder how people
And I
like
died.
play test or balance Dark Souls and stuff. Like, how do you do that? Making really difficult games and determining is this actually beatable or not?
Ah, hold on. So, with that being said, I learned about tile sets, tile maps, velocities, hitboxes. Hitboxes are very important. Spawning them, destroying them, uh, and just generally balancing the game flow. Because one thing I learned about building this game, and I think they can all attest to this, is if one thing breaks, everything breaks. And that is the difficulty in making a game for me. I have a newfound respect for developers. Like I
Yes.
would never go
Me
around
too.
criticizing them anymore
Never again.
because
Never.
it's because
I'm
it's
never giving a
hard.
bad review on a game ever again. I'm like, good job.
I
It
don't
works.
know about
What?
that, but
It's hard.
I hope you guys enjoyed our presentation and thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.